everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm really excited today to continue our series by talking about PracticePro Builders and Believers. So first up, the PracticePro team. Thank you so much, guys, for all you do. Not just your time, but I can really see the heart that you put into your different roles. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I get up and I see this email from one of our career coaches that at 5 a.m. her time was just super worried about somebody who is interviewing or an attorney who's going through a challenging time at their job. And it really shows me that it's not just about, getting paid or having a part-time or full-time job. It's truly about caring about our social cause of making the practice of law a little bit easier for the new generation of lawyers that are coming up through the pipeline, especially women and other diverse categories. Thank you to all the students who have come and gone, and even though they've helped us with our legal work, but have gone above and beyond to give us their ideas and their efforts on marketing, event planning, and most important thing, helping us improve our products and launch new ones. And by extension of the PracticePro team, I want to say thank you to another startup, a co-working space called Sandbox Suites. As most of you should know, it's really expensive in San Francisco, and even co-working spaces are expensive. But Sandbox, not only they keep their rates affordable to help the non-VC backed startups, but they also truly help by being flexible with our schedule. And especially Joey, who is the community manager in Sandbox San Francisco South Beach office, he's truly really an extension to all of our startups, from brainstorming with us when we're interviewing candidates and telling us how he felt about different individuals, and he's a wonderful artist, giving us advice about the logos. He is just wears so many hats for us. And then, don't get upset, guys, my favorite team member, #CosmoSF. If you're on Instagram, you want to follow this guy, my buddy, who is there, I call him our marketing guru. He is always there when we're having maybe a challenging day or a busy day, just comes and just cuddles and make things just a little bit better. And my favorite thing is he just loves when I'm doing a coaching session with the students or an attorney and I'm in a conference room, I hear his little scratching at the door and I let him in, and he gives 2 minutes into hearing about the legal stuff and he gets bored and then he scratches and wants to get out. So thank you, Cosmo, for being there. PracticePro Builders, our advisors, our advisory board, from law school professors to recruiters to in-house attorneys and private practice attorneys. These guys give us advice on how to expand, but most importantly, they have been there for us whenever things have been challenging and we've said, should we continue doing this? They have given us the motivation to go on. And as far as our advisors, I want to give a shout out to Iris Chen, an attorney at Google, that there was a time where I had gotten an offer to be a GC at a startup, but of course she knew that my heart was in PracticePro. She pivoted me and gave me advice on how to deal with that. So these guys believe in our cause. They spend so much time not just giving advice to PracticePro, but they allow our scholars and students who come to the conferences to reach out to them, and I hear how invested they are in building our root system, these wonderful students. So shout out, thank you, PracticePro advisors. Next up are all the attorneys who have spoken at our conferences. Every year we have career conferences for law students, one in Texas, one in California, one in DC, and one in Chicago. And these attorneys, they come to these events on their own time, on Fridays, because students say Fridays are a good time for them. And whether they're speaking on a panel or they're keynoting the diversity reception, they give us their time. And some of them, they have done this not just 1 year or 2 years, but they've been with us from the very beginning. We have attorneys who have spoken at our conferences for 4 or 5 years. And I want you guys to know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed. I hear from the students that keep in touch with you, and you also play a pivotal role in their careers. And we hope to grow this with you because you are our builders. And then last but definitely not least, because without them, none of this would be possible. Our firm, our law firm, and corporate diversity partners. Every single one of you, at whatever level that you have made it possible for us every year to not just continue what we do with the Diversity Scholar Program, but to be able to believe and stretch and give more spots and accept more students into the program than we even have sponsorships for. You believe in us and you make us want to do more. And digging a little bit into the believers, right? So I want to name a few individuals that not only have been part of building PracticePro like everybody else, but they have truly believed when we didn't have the track record, we didn't have the numbers. At that time, we didn't have 1,000 students who have gone through our program. We didn't have almost 200 first-year law students graduating from the diversity program. Wilmer Cutler, Pickering, Hale & Dorr, also known as Wilmer Hale, my former law firm. They were the first to believe in this and sponsor us, which gave us a lot of credibility in the field. And two individuals, Mark Flanagan and Mark Selwyn, the two Marks who hired me as a first-year associate. And through all the crazy things I've done, I want to teach at Berkeley, I want to do a little public interest, I want to come back, I want to do sanctions work in addition to IP. These two individuals have believed in me for the last, 10 years at every different transition that I've done, including believing in us to sponsor PracticePro. And my good friend Michael Mugman, who I used to work with, and who over the years, and now he's the hiring partner at Wilmer Hale, who has, through his encouragement and now through partnering with us, continued Wilmer Hale's legacy of not just supporting diversity when it makes sense to them, but doing it because it is the right thing to do. I also want to give a shout out to Jackson Walker, Bruce Rzinski at Jackson Walker. When he talked to me, we didn't have again much track records, but he believed in us and he set the stage for then having all these other wonderful Texas partners that have believed in us over the years and joined the ranks since then. And last but not least, Haynes and Boone. My good friends Brian Kwok, who I have known for a long time, and his former firm that merged with Haynes and Boone. From the time they were a small firm to now that they became Haynes and Boone and our very first diversity founder, they have believed in us and believed in our cause from the beginning. And very quickly, Latham and Watkins, Cooley and O'Melveny, as you came on board, you believed in what we do and you have given us your time, your resources, hosting conferences. So Lisa Nguyen, Amy Santos, and Olivia Blair, thank you so much for constantly thinking about ways to help us and help us improve as well. And then last but not least, 3 small firms, Ferrari and Associates, Alto Litigation, and relatively new sponsor, Chasnoff Mungia, relatively new firm in San Antonio. We really do appreciate you because there is not that much ROI in terms of recruiting that you get out of supporting our programs. But you have wanted to do the right thing, and because of your generosity, we have been able to give scholarships and certain spots to students who are absolutely talented and brilliant, but maybe they do not yet have the credentials that makes them a shoo-in at some of the bigger firms. Thank you for everybody that I've from who have advised us, who have worked for us, who have supported us financially, and who have just said, continue doing this, and helped us build PracticePro with their efforts. I hope you're enjoying this series. I will be back next week with another video talking this time about the non-believers. I hope that you support us by hitting the subscribe button. If you want to be notified and we have new videos, hit the bell right next to it. Thank you so much. It is a little cold out here, but if you have not been to Newport Beach or Orange County, I highly recommend it. It is kind of like heaven in the US. Until we meet again, thank you and stay well.